And they're off. Racing over 5 furlongs, the Racehorse Lotto National Stakes, very slow to get going, was on point. Also, Son of Corballis was slow into stride. Blue Storm, however, is showing very good early speed, being taken on by Sheik down the centre of the course in second. Then Hackman in third and Matters Most in fourth position. Elite Status is racing in fifth. He's 3 lengths off the leader. World of Darcy then in sixth up against the far side rail. Down the centre of the course is Dapper Valley, slightly isolated. Then Son of Corballis. Outrun is Love Billy Boy together with On Point, already well inside the final quarter of a mile, and Blue Storm has a lead of 2 lengths now over Elite Status, who is now beginning to eat into his lead, and he now sweeps by him. A brilliant change of gear by Elite Status. Now he's put 2.5 lengths over the field with just over a half furlong to go, and he just goes further and further clear. Elite Status, this is a power-packed 2-year-old. Elite Status wins the National Stakes. And the others were simply trailing in his wake. Staying on over on the far side was World of Darcy, but it was a one-horse race.
Just need the instant reaction to that, because it looked spectacular from where we were standing. How did it feel?
It felt brilliant. He's a lovely horse, still very green in himself when I hit the front, but no, he's done it nicely.
But he's clearly a generous horse for all that he's a green horse.
He's a very lovely horse, and he tries, he's very genuine.
And you look at him there finishing off a race over 5 furlongs like that. Would you be inclined to step him up or leave him exactly where he is?
I'd probably leave him where he is. He's a big baby still. He'll learn again from that, and all they do is sharpen up from it.
Roll on Royal Ascot.
Yeah, I think it's crossed.
You must know the second horse quite well. How do you rate that one?
Yeah, that one's a nice horse. Won last time at Pontefract, at times okay. But no, they're both good yardsticks.
But you're in a different league tonight. Well done.
Thank you.
Clifford Lee, who has ridden Elite State first and second for Karl Burke in the National Stakes. Elite Status beats World of Darcy, but in truth, Elite Status wins by as far as he wanted to. He's now as short as 2-1 for the Norfolk Stakes, and he's recorded the fastest time in the National Stakes since his own sire, trained by this man, Havana Grey. It's nice when a plan works out, Karl, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to say I was planning it when Havana Grey won, but no, it was good. He's a lovely horse and a lot more scope than his sire. I think he has the potential to be a very, very good sprinter.
I mean, he's a horse with some heft, but as you say, he seems a kind and generous horse as well.
Yeah, lovely temperament, great mind. Havana Grey had a great mind as well, to be fair, and nothing really phases him. But if something spooks him or he'll let you know he's there. But
to what extent do you think it's that temperament X factor that is making Havana Grey such a potent force as a stallion? I mean, against a lot of people's expectations.
I know, he's a Group 1 winner, but you'd have to say he wasn't the best sprinter of his era. But yeah, I think temperament-wise, great constitution Havana Grey had, and he's passing that on, I'm sure, to his offspring.
And this horse, you feel that if you get him going the right way, if you keep him right, he could actually exceed those exploits. I
do, and I don't mean that. I don't say that being unkind to or being detrimental to Havana Grey himself. I just think this fella has a lot more scope than Havana Grey did, and does things very, very easily, as you see there. I mean, and he's not fully wound up by any means.
He doesn't look it.
No, he's not. I promise you. We're going through the motions with him at home. He run very easily first time on very soft ground, but you come in here sort of thinking, well, it's faster ground. They're going to go a lot quicker. Cliff gave him a very, very good ride, very intelligent ride. He switched out when the horses from the outside were coming across him. I didn't want him to get into a pocket or anything like that, because he's got a lovely long flowing stride, and I was a little bit worried if he did get in a pocket and it turned into a real turn of foot sprint, then he might get caught out through inexperience. So Cliff was very good there, very clever, and as you saw from 2 outs, he just started lengthening and away he goes.
I mean, you've got so many good 2-year-olds, so many fast 2-year-olds. But is this fella primus inter pares? Is he the best?
You'd have to say that now at the moment. Yeah, he's certainly the best of the early sprinty types. But we've got some lovely 2-year-olds to come through later on. That want a bit of time and a bit of a distance.
It'd be disappointing if you didn't say you had a few better at home. Even after that, 2-1 for the Norfolk. Is it conclusive in your own mind that that's the way you go, or do you keep options for the Coventry Open as well?
I'll obviously discuss that with Sheikh Mohammed Abeid, and but I would think the Norfolk is the obvious route. He's a stiff 5 at this stage of his career. I'm sure he'll stay 6, but I wouldn't be worried. Hopefully Wesley Ward will give us a nice lead to the furlong pole.
He can do that for you. World of Darcy ran a nice race in second. Do you go to Ascot with him for something else?
Again, I'll discuss it with Steve and Joe and the Bronte lads, but I don't see any reason why he wouldn't go for a Windsor Castle and give the syndicate a good day out. He's a good, solid horse. Ryan said he did nothing wrong. You know, he's galloped through to the line, but obviously the race was over. Ryan said 2 out.
I noticed Dramatised is back on Saturday. Such an exciting 2-year-old at this time last year. How's she doing now?
She's in great form. She worked nicely on Tuesday. Danny Tudor, who can't do the weight on Saturday, he came in and rode her on Tuesday, and you know she's getting there. This is a prep run for the King's Stand, but I'd be disappointed if she doesn't show some ability. Obviously, she's taking on older horses for the first time, and it'll be a different race for her. But I'll be very surprised if she doesn't show some ability.
And in that division, of course, you've also got Marshman, who I thought ran really well up to a point in the Duke of York, saying, please drop me back to 5 furlongs. Is that what you're going to do?
He's in the King's Stand. It's a discussion we have to have with Nick on Monday morning before the next forfeit stage for the King's Stand. He's also in the Commonwealth. We'll see what happens in the Sandy Lane on Saturday. He was a little. I'm not saying he would have won, but he would have been a couple of lengths or a length and a half closer if he'd have jumped. He didn't jump. He has a lot of natural speed, but again, he cruised into the race, and I thought he was just going to pick up, but he just faded that last 100 yards. So a drop back to a stiff 5 wouldn't be out of the question.
I don't know how your blood pressure stands work mornings at your place with this lot.
You didn't see me earlier in the week when things weren't going well.
Trying to slow them down, that's the problem.
No, it's fantastic, and it's great for all the owners, and we're getting great support now. We've got some great, lovely horses, lovely owners, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Well done, Karl.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.